Okay, let's be real. If you've ever looked at an SAT practice test and just thought, what planet did this thing come from? Trust me, you are not alone. So today we're going to crack the code on this test and show you a totally different way to think about it.
All right, let's just jump right in with the one question that honestly changes everything. Is the SAT a real test of what you know, or is it a game? A game that you can actually learn how to win? Stick with me here, because getting the answer to that is your first huge step to a better score.
So, first things first, we have to admit something. The SAT is a weird test. I mean, it's designed to be different from any test you take in school, and no, that is not your imagination.
Just think about it for a second. In school, you get points for showing your work, for that deep analysis. The SAT, it's the complete opposite. It could not care less how you get the answer. All it cares about is speed, efficiency, and whether you can dodge all the little traps it lays for you.
And that right there, that brings us to the big aha moment. We're not trying to be smarter than the test. We are going to crack its code. This isn't about learning more words or formulas. It's about understanding the game itself, the patterns, the structure, all of it.
In this quote, this says it all. The SAT isn't a test of intelligence. It's a test of how well you take the SAT. Once that really sinks in, everything changes. It stops being this scary academic mountain, and it turns into a strategic game that you can absolutely master.
Okay, so if we agree it's a game, and a game that's full of traps, how in the world do you win? How do you get through a test that is literally trying to trick you with answers that look good but are totally wrong?
Well, the answer is kind of simple, and it means flipping your entire strategy upside down. You see, your most powerful tool isn't finding the right answer, it's about getting rid of the wrong ones.
And that tool has a name. It's called the process of elimination, or POE for short. This, my friends, is the master key that will unlock so many questions on the SAT.
Now let's be super clear about what POE is. It is the art of hunting down the wrong answers. Why? Because on a multiple choice test like the SAT, the wrong answers are often flawed in really predictable ways. They're actually easier to spot and get rid of than it is to prove an answer is 100% right.
But you know, theory is one thing. Let's see this baby in action. We're going to walk through a real question from the SAT Writing and Language section so you can see just how powerful this is.
All right, let's break this down. What's our goal? The question wants us to find the sentence that sets up the next thought. And what is that next thought about? It's about companies wanting to keep their employees around, right? Employee retention. That's our keyword.
Okay, let's check out option A. Does this talk about employee retention? Nope, it's about the high cost of tuition. That's a different subject entirely. It's a classic trap. So boom, it's gone. What about B? The types of courses available. Again, does this have anything to do with companies trying to make employees stick around? Not at all. It's totally irrelevant to the argument. We cross it out.
Now, option C, it talks about employee productivity. Ooh, this feels a little closer, doesn't it? But it's a very sneaky trap. The point isn't about how well they work, it's about keeping them from leaving. It's close, but it's not the point. So we eliminate it.
And just like that, look what's left. By getting rid of the three obviously wrong answers, we're left with option D. It literally says firms worry about employees leaving. That is a perfect match for employee retention. And here's the magic of this whole thing. We never had to prove that D was the perfect, most beautiful answer in the world. All we had to do was prove that A, B, and C were definitely wrong. The right answer just reveals itself. That's the power of POE. So let's lock in this new mindset. This isn't just a trick you use on one type of question. This is a fundamental change in how you approach the entire SAT. So here are your big takeaways. Number 1, always hunt for the wrong answers first. 2, remember there's no penalty for guessing anymore, so use POE to get rid of even one bad choice and then make your best guess. And 3, start to see those trap answers not as scary monsters, but as predictable little clues you can easily spot and just toss aside. So I'll leave you with this last thought. From now on, when you look at an SAT question, I want you to stop asking, what's the right answer? I want you to start asking a much more powerful question. What traps did they set for me? Because that is how you beat the game.